Hello everyone. Question is a company is developing an application that performs intensive in-memory operations on advanced data structures such as sorted sets. The application requires sub-millisecond latency for reads and writes. The application occasionally must run a group of commands as an ACID-compliant operation. A database specialist is setting up the database for this application. The database specialist needs the ability to create a new database cluster from the latest backup of the production cluster. Which type of cluster should the database specialist create to meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Elasticsearch for Memcached. Option B, Amazon Neptune. Option C, Amazon Elasticsearch for Redis. Option D, Amazon DynamoDB Accelerator DAX. Correct answer is option C. Question is a company is using Amazon with Aurora replicas for read-only workload scaling. A database specialist needs to split up to read-only applications so each application always connects to a dedicated replica. The database specialist wants to implement load balancing and high availability for the read-only applications. Which solution meets these requirements? Option A, use a specific instance endpoint for each replica and add the instance endpoint to each read-only application connection string. Option B, use reader endpoints for both the read-only workload applications. Option C, use a reader endpoint for one read-only application and use an instance endpoint for the other read-only application. Option D, use custom endpoints for the two read-only applications. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is a clothing company uses a custom e-commerce application and a PostgreSQL database to sell clothes to thousands of users from multiple countries. The company is migrating its application and database from its on-premises data center to the AWS cloud. The company has selected Amazon EC2 for the application and Amazon RDS for PostgreSQL for the database. The company requires database passwords to change every 60 days. A database specialist needs to ensure that the credentials used by the web application to connect to the database are managed securely. Which approach should the database specialist take to securely manage the database credentials? Option A, store the credentials in a text file in an Amazon S3 bucket. Restrict permissions on the bucket to the IAM role associated with the instance profile only. Modify the application to download the text file and retrieve the credentials on startup. Update the text file every 60 days. Option B, configure IAM database authentication for the application to connect to the database. Create an IAM user and map it to a separate database user for each e-commerce user. Require users to update their passwords every 60 days. Option C, store the credentials in AWS Secrets Manager. Restrict permissions on the secret to only the IAM role associated with the instance profile. Modify the application to retrieve the credentials from Secrets Manager on startup. Configure the rotation interval to 60 days. Option D, store the credentials in an encrypted text file in the application AMI. Use AWS KMS to store the key for decrypting the text file. Modify the application to decrypt the text file and retrieve the credentials on startup. Update the text file and publish a new AMI every 60 days. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.